I first got into customizing motorcycles when I was probably about 17. Me and my buddy Rob, back in Atlanta, we would, we didn't have money for a Harley, but we always wanted a Harley, so we'd buy these $500 jet bikes, and we would lose the signals, lose the mirrors, rattle can the tanks with some stupid looking flame job or two-tone or some bullshit. And then the dumbest thing we would do was cut the exhaust. We'd get rid of the baffles or any kind of manifolds because we wanted them super fucking loud. Which, looking back on, is really stupid because, shit, we were only 17, 18 years old. We had our own apartment, but every girl we're dating still lives at home. I mean, they're all still in high school. So we would be like cruising through these neighborhoods super late at night, at like 2 o'clock in the morning, trying these girls to sneak out of their house. And these motorcycles were unbelievably fucking loud, like rattling windows. And we always wondered why, why don't parents like me? Stupid shit.
So, I've had this shovel head for a long time. And then my old lady was riding on the fender and putting it sitting Indian style. She put her legs right here, we're riding. And it left a bruise on her ass so big that she was laying on her side in bed, and I had gotten out of bed to go do something. I turned around and I said, "What did you sit in?" She goes, "What are you talking about?" I said, "You must have sat in Kool-Aid or something." I said, "It's all purple and red." And she reached back there and she was like, "Oh my fucking God." It was a bruise about that big. So after that, she would not get back on this motorcycle for obvious reasons. So I bought a 1985 Harley-Davidson FXR, which is arguably the best motorcycle, 5-speed belt drive, Evo motor. This bike, I love this bike and I love that bike for opposite reasons, This one is nothing but fucking style. But the FXR handles, and I can beat the absolute shit out of that motorcycle in LA traffic. It's got, really high and tight handlebars so I can just hammer between cars and shit. I love that motorcycle. My poor shovel, she can't take that anymore, This used to be my only transportation for a while. I didn't have a car or nothing when I was first living here in LA. I was living in a warehouse downtown, and this is all that I had. Which, it's real cool when you're 19, but, when you're 30, it ain't as cool anymore. Kickstarting it, hoping and praying to God you can get to work. But that's what I'm really thankful for from FXR, electric start.
The reason why I'm called Tater is because I used to work at a studio in Brooklyn, and we were all partying one night, and I was making fun of myself. There was a little Asian girl that used to work with us, and she was literally climbing all over me, and I was just standing there, and I said, "Big tater head motherfucker," just goofing around. And when I came in the next day to work, I went over to my desk, and somebody had taken a P-Touch and printed out the label, said Tater on it, and put it on my stapler, my phone, my computer, my keyboard, my chair. Everything had the name Tater all over it. So ever since then, it sort of stuck. Everybody started calling me Tater in New York, and then it followed me. That's Tall Tom. That's Tall Tom, and that's Tall Tom. That's Tall Tom getting a tattoo. This is Tom Stratton's pan. That's my dad there with his shovel, his lowrider. That's my dad there, about drunk as shit, walking through the campground. That's my mom right there, who isn't in very many photos because she was the one taking all the pictures. There's a nice banner. That's where it all started, kids. The Show Us Your Tits, right there. Campgrounds and whatever in the fucking 70s. That's my cousin Jimmy. And that's where poop comes from.